From the study in University City, I'm Chris Markowitz, and I'm joined today by Zach Spiker, head coach of the Drexel men's basketball team. Coach Spiker, thanks for taking some time to speak with us. Happy to be here at the study, which I know has been very helpful to your program over the years.
Yeah, it's great to be back, Chris. It was a few years ago we started doing this, and then kind of the world came to a screeching halt. We weren't able to do it, and fortunate we're all healthy and able to do this and to start this back up. And certainly the study has been a great place on campus for us to host recruits on using the hotel rooms, overnight trips, or meals with recruits and families when they're visiting. It's a great part of campus, and excited to be here to help it.
Well, you mentioned here the last time we did this was 2 years ago, so a lot has changed for Drexel men's basketball. Let's jump into this season. Right now, you guys sit at 7-7 overall, 2-2 in conference action. So midway through your schedule, just want to get your general thoughts on the positives, what you've liked from this year's team, and then maybe some areas that you're looking to improve in as we get deeper into the conference schedule.
Well, we're starting to, hopefully we can find a rhythm. I think it's been a little bit choppy with our season. I think the positive is that we have had a lot thrown at our guys in a small amount of time. You talk about the trip to the Bahamas. We played Tulane, who is playing really good basketball right now. We played them in a day-night doubleheader. The game had to stop. There was a leak in the roof. We had a situation with FDU where they couldn't get here with their bus, had to reschedule that game. Those are non-pandemic things that are happening in a pandemic. So, we talk about having toughness, and that can come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. And I thought our guys were tough in their approach. The Tulane game was a tough game. We had an overtime game at Princeton that had a difficult ending, and I think all those things make us better and more prepared for league play as we're getting up and running with that little delayed start with our outbreak and the league's COVID situation. But got some games under our belt and had some close ones, and I think we've got a lot more close games coming, to be honest with you.
Well, and just looking at where the program was at a year ago this day, you sat at 6-5 overall, 1-3 in the CAA, and it was at this point last year where things started to get hectic with cancellations. So as you reflect, obviously now, a year later, reigning conference champions, but when you look at this team specifically, comparing it to where you were at this point last year, similar record, similar point in time, how does this team compare to last year's championship team?
Well, I probably should stop and reflect on that a little bit, but I haven't tried to compare those two units too much, just because every season is different. You have change in staff, change in managers, change in leadership on our team, and we do have a lot of familiar names and faces back, but there's still enough new and enough different that there's no way it's the same by any stretch. Lamar Odom is a second-year player, Xavier Bell, second-year player, Amari Williams, second-year player. They've all had some really big moments early in this season. We knew what they were capable of last year. It just, there weren't as many opportunities for them. So certainly Cam Winter and James Butler, we all know those names, right? Matej Juric, Monte Okris, and Coltrane Washington. But I think this team, from a percentage standpoint, may shoot it a little better at this point in time. We all remember how hot we got from three in the conference tournament. Certainly we'd love to do that again, but I think we're shooting the ball a little bit better from three at this point in the season than we were last year. So defensively, with some injuries and some depth challenges we've had recently, we've had to be a little bit creative, and some guys have had to play different positions and then have a secondary position in case. So a lot of contingency plans have gone into play, but honestly I think it's made us better. And I think it's given us a couple different ways to play. And at the end of the day, it comes back to the word we talk to our guys about: toughness. Doesn't matter who's on the floor, doesn't matter who's playing. If the blue and gold are in a game, we're going to be as tough as we are mentally and physically and compete every single possession.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time. Thanks so much for making a few minutes for us today.
Happy to do it, Chris, and look forward to doing this throughout the season.